cannot balance school and extracurriculars. It is impossible unless you do these two things. One of the biggest questions that I get is how I have time for everything. But the truth is I don't. Hi, I'm Shemi, your internet friend and guide to leveling up. Welcome to episode 3 of Sticky Notes, my series where I give you the small, actionable advice on growing and glowing up in your teenage years. Last week, I talked about building a system to maintain consistency while learning your skills. But consistency can be very hard as a student because you have tests, exams, house chores. I understand that. It feels kind of impossible to balance everything. Social media loves to sell us this lie that you can truly have everything. And I once believed it. But the truth is that as a student, you need to meet these two conditions first before you can truly have it all. Number one, academic foundation. I know we don't want to talk about it. I know that you don't want to hear this, but as your friend, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. You need to have a good academic standing. You can't balance school and skills when the school aspect is a little bit shaky. I'm not asking you to be like the top of your class, to always be the first position. I'm just trying to say that if you are already struggling to keep up academically, adding the burden of a skill will actually end up making you more overwhelmed and burnt out in the end, which we do not want. But I don't want you to see this as some kind of limitation that if you're not doing well academically, then you cannot learn other skills. You can actually do better. I know this is hard to believe, but you can actually improve your education. You can improve your academics. And if you need help with that, you can just check out my YouTube channel, Notes from Shemi. I give a lot of study tips and you can also DM me for help. Secondly, redefining consistency. Okay, I want you to stop equating consistency to intensity. They are not the same thing. What consistency looks like for that person on the internet is going to be completely different from what consistency looks like for you. Okay, you live two different lives. If somebody is able to read like 2 chapters of a book a day, but you only have like maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes to read, 30 minutes is a lot of time. Maybe you only have like 10 minutes a day to read. Obviously, you're not going to be reading the same amount of pages, but that doesn't make you any less consistent. I mentioned this in my last video where I said that it's not about how much time that you spend, it's about the power of repetition and practice. You do not need to do a big project every single week or every single day to be consistent. Okay, the internet likes to tell us that this is what consistency looks like, but I say no. Consistency is whatever you define it as. So what I want you to do is I want you to genuinely take a look at your life and ask yourself, what is realistic for me? What is the little habits that I can incorporate daily, weekly, monthly, so that I can, move towards my goals? For example, if you want to improve your video editing skills, you do not need to edit every day. Okay, if for you what is realistic is watching a tutorial during the week and then just taking like an hour out of your weekend to practice, that is fine. It doesn't make you any less of a video editor. It just means that your journey is going to be different from the others. So I have a very, very, very simple task for you today. I want you to comment down below what consistency looks like for you right now in regards to learning your skills. Maybe you want to improve your skills as a ghostwriter. Maybe consistency for you is just writing a short story every week. You maybe want to become a better content creator, so you maybe post like 3 or 5 times a week. Just comment down below. Let's hold each other accountable. And in the next episode of Sticky Notes, which is coming out next week Saturday, I'll be teaching you exactly how to get paid as a teenager for your skills. Stick around. Hello. Why is it not ending?